Okay, let's get going on this one. Good morning, goeiemorgen. Everybody happy, chappy? Right here, we are continuing isometric drawings, and we are taking the next step in this journey by answering the drawings on page 3-4 in the HSE workbook. So let's have a look at what is given. And all right, here we have it. So they've given to us in general here a front view and a top view and a right view, okay, of a certain model. So ons het 'n vooraansig, boaansig en regteraansig. Almal dit geweet. Right. And there's a projection symbol in third angle orthographic projection. All right. Then there's a note here that says A, B, C, D is half of a hexagon, helfte van 'n seshoek. We've got our isometric circle that we'll have to draw, and we've got the base here with the different information parts. Okay, we have to use this to draw a neat scale 1-to-1 model in third angle, in isometric drawing. They also given us the reference point A here. Okay, so if I now just keep this in mind for a moment, we've got a front view, right view, and a top view. If I come down to the starting point that's given here, all right, there is two possible views here. We have in this direction a view, and we have in this direction a view. Okay, which one will be the front view? A or B? Watter een gaan die vooraansig wees? A of B? A, right? Because if I look at this isometric, I must see two views. I must see the front view and I must see the right view. That's what's given here. Front view, right view. So I have to arrange it in such a way that I'll see the right view here. Okay, so to get ourselves started, make sure your page is lined up, of course. You're going to use your 30-degree triangle. All right, and we're going to start off with a construction line on this end. All right, we're going to flip that, and we're doing another 30 degrees here. And then we're going to have some height here. We'll of course take our time to show you all these steps. But that's how we start this off. Okay, and we understand that point A is in fact this point here, or right on the front. Okay, almal by en almal bly. Nou, niemand is kwaad vir my nie. Okay, now, can I determine the height here? Weet ek wat is daardie hoogte? Is it possible for me to determine that height based on what is given? Yes or no? Excuse me? Look again. Can I determine this height, the total height? There's a 30, and what do I have here? Radius 40. So the total height is 70. Can I determine the total width here? Die volle wyte. What will be the full width here? Help me out, kom. 80. Yes, because I've got the radius 40. So from here to here it's 40, from there. So the total height width is 80. Okay. Alright. So you can come back here and you can help yourself. We're going to have a width of 80. Immediately also indicate for yourself the center, 10, 20, 30, 40. I like to count it always. Okay. And then our height here is 70. So even here I'm going to help myself. The first part is 30, 10, 20, 30. And then we have a 40. Okay. So dadelik in hierdie begin van die tekening sit ek al reeds van die kernmates. I'm already plotting the core measurements that's going to be needed. Yes or no? Radio. All right. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to draw a glass box of some sort. I'm putting everything here in a glass box. Just doing the height first. Okay. In construction. At this point, I would like to encourage you, if there's extra lines like this, to just rub it out. Just those that you still want to see it, but you know, it's going to, it potentially can confuse you, especially when you've got complicated drawings. So just those that's unnecessary you can take out. What is our width here? They give that as, yes? Kom mense, wat's die wyte? 35. So I make that up. And the nice thing of isometric is I don't have to necessarily get all the measurements. By measuring it, I can copy a lot of that and project it out. Okay, so there we go. We've started it off. We've got our glass box in which everything's going to fit. Okay, Now the lines that I've drawn up to now is called isometric lines because I can draw them with a 30-degree or a 90-degree angle. Okay, die lyne wat ek nou geteken het is isometriese lyne, almal van hierdie, want hulle is of loodreg op of hulle is teen 30 grade. Happy? Okay. The arc is going to be here. I'm wondering if we should let's start with the arc. Okay, and this base. So there it tells you 15. We'll do the hexagon in a moment. That's 15. Double check it this side. That's 15, and its height there is 20. So we'll do that in the middle. Hy hoogte is 20. So if you can read, you can achieve. You're just using that what is given at the moment. Okay. So up, up, up. And across. All right. There you go. That's the base. And then I know it's going to go up here, up till this point here, which is the 30. And same on this end. There's some width to it. There's a line here. Don't want to miss that one. Okay, so we've got the start of this drawing drawn. Any questions, any step you'd like me to repeat in class? Niemand die? Half a chance, no chance? Happy chappy? Alright, die gaat ons. Alright. Now, can I just in class, if you guys can put down your pencils to look at me please. Kyk gou almal, duidelik en uiteindelik. Alright. We have here an half a arc, which is half of a full circle. Are you with me? So I have to draw the same construction as I would if I had a full isometric circle. I only have half, same construction. So, pay attention. Kyk. That height was 40. Nee, van hier tot hier is 40. Yes or no? So I'm going to go 40 down as well. Okay? Because I need an isometric square here. Ek word 'n isometriese 10, 20, 30, 40. Alright? I need an isometric square. So if you look at that now, this in yellow, there, kyk mooi, kyk asseblief mooi. That is the isometric square, can you see the yellow? That I have prepared for that isometric arc that I need to do. Yes or no? Alright. The next step. What is the next step? This is the how to hack your isometric circle. What's the next step? Help me. Om hy boog se konstruksie te bepaal. Wat is die volgende stap? Thank you. Die langste moontlike lyn in daai vierkant. The longest potential line that you can draw. Not everybody is going to teach you this method. You're only going to hear it where you have a teacher that's done this before. Not the only teacher, there's others also knowing this. But this is the hack. And Mr. Van Huisteen taught me this when I was your age. Okay? Longest possible line. What's the second step? Yes. From the obtuse to the center. Van die stomphoek. En dieselfde parallel aan daai. Yes. And I've done all of that to determine a couple of points. That point, that point, that point, and that point. Those are the 4 key points that I need in this isometric arc. And now I take my compass. And the only ones that I actually need is this one here. Double check it. There to there. Draw it in. You see I've got a nuwe passer hier. Hy is eintlik 'n ou ene, maar ek het hom nou uitgehaal. Okay, where's this another arc that I'm going to draw? Where's its center? Is it this one? This one? No, this one here. Okay. Alright, daar's hy. And you double check there. With that one, perfect. And you draw it in with confidence. Okay, that's the front facade. So if I look from the front, I can see that clearly. What about the back? How do I get this back curve? Because it's You know, there's another. How do I get that? Yes. Yes. Do I have to redraw all this construction? I can. You can draw all of the construction. But there's a hack. I'm going to show it to you. 30 degrees. The ones that I've used is this one and that one. So from then, at 30 degrees, a construction line. Out. Out. What's the width here? 35. So taking my ruler, 10, 20, 30, 35. I make a new dot. Same with this one. 10, 20, 35. Make a new dot. So what I've done is I've projected these to the back. These to the back. And now I take my compass, same radius, slide it on that tip. And it's going to absolutely nail it. Happy? What about the smaller one? Well, same radius again. Sorry. Same radius on this one. Okay, I'm just going to quickly draw this one first in construction because I've had learners ask me, what about here? What about here? What angle? 30 grade, and they should line up here. So you can draw that in with confidence. And then you take your, double check it. Like it nou nie netjies nie. Happy, any questions? Right, so that's now the bigger picture. What about the hexagon here? What do I need for this hexagon? I need to know at least one of these sides. Am I able to know that? 25. So anywhere here, let me flip this a little bit around. I'm going to draw it anywhere here, construction line with determine a center of it. Okay. You set your compass on. 25. Draw an arc. Okay. And then you can use the 30 degrees. Yes or no? Okay, what do I do next? I put this in a square or in a box, not a square. Box. So I'll just show you what's important here. What is important here are these. It's that height that I've determined there. It's that height which is the same. And it is that distance and that distance. Are you with me? That's why I did all of that, to determine that. And so now, what do I have here? I have a center. Kyk gou almal vir my. Moenie net iets anders kyk. Ek gee klas vir myself. What do I have here? I have a center line. Do you see that? Okay. Where is this point on this drawing? Here. There. Yes. What do I have here? I can just go, I have my center line. This line here. That line is this line. Yes or no? Okay. This line going up here is in fact that one. Yes or no? So I can take my height. Okay. Come back here. Tip. And this line that I've drawn here now in construction is that line. What's its width? From the center. Okay. If ek nou daarmee het of hier maak nie saakie. Come back to that center. Tip. Tip. And so what I've drawn there and there is in fact it's construction where that yellow and that yellow is those two. That orange I still have to copy, so I'm going to come back here. Alright, come back from there, tip, flip it, chip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just draw them in for you in orange so that you see where these references are. That line and that line are those two lines. And so what I've determined myself is that point, that point, that point, and that point, which are those points. Yes? Come back here with confidence. Tip. Tip. And tip. Then the base needs to be drawn. Alright. And then there's depth to it, so I can just double check. If I draw a construction line here, that's going to be visible. And this is 30 something, what's it, 35. So I can just double check. This is 10, 20, 35 is only there. So it's going to disappear behind that corner. Okay, and there we have it. We've actually absolutely smacked the first part of 3.4. Okay, any questions? Enige vrae? Alright, shall we go on to the next one? Alright, let's slide ourselves over here. Alright, now we have a similar question. Again, given the front view, top view, and right view. And point A is also clear. Alright, so where am I going to start? I'm going to determine what views goes where. We know here is our front view. And this one is our right view. Okay? Once you have that, I check my heights. There's a 60. The width is 80, so that makes it easy for me. Coming back down here, 30 degrees. How will you gain in confidence, people? Hoe gaan jy met selfvertroue hierdie tekeninge teken? Is daar iets wat jy kan drink om met selfvertroue? Kan jy 'n ekstra glas Coke drink en met selfvertroue teken? Nee. Ja, sê jy ook vir my van daai Coke. Okay? What do you need to do to be confident with EGD? You need to draw, draw, draw. I would love all of you to have confidence, because if you have confidence, you are going to smack these drawings. Oops, sorry. Okay, so let's have a look. There we go. Just in construction, I've again put some of the key measurements on that base. 33. Alright, the height there is 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And, alright, we're going to have to wait for that. So this I can actually go and draw in. That one I can draw in. I can flip that. How many of you are able to visualize this? I'm just going to erase the extra lines just for the sake of clarity. Are you able to look at these three views and visualize what it looks like? I think that's the important aspect of EGD, is for you to try and visualize what is it that I am going to draw. What's the end picture going to look like? In this case, it's easy to see the top of the structure. So I'm already making it nice and clear. What is not clear for us is the height here. If I look at that, they don't tell you this height. Okay. But they do tell you that it's a half of a hexagon. Okay. So again, on the side, we'll do the isometric circle in a moment. On the side here, construction line, center line, that radius is 40. Okay, vat vorm, trek hom 30 grade, flip hom, and up. This one I can do nice and long. I'm wanting to determine the auxiliary view. Hulp aan sig. Alright, on this one, the important ones are these two. Yes or no? And these two. Alright, those are the important ones. Alright, come back to here. I have to still determine my center line here, so that's going to be in the middle. Okay, where do I get this height now? I'm going to use this height. Okay. Daar is hoogte. Okay, so I've got the height. Now I can get the width. Okay, that full width should be the same, okay, but it is actually, all right, let's get the block. So it's from this corner to here. Sorry, it's at the bottom. There we go. Same on this one. Okay, mine actually coincides with that. And so it's going to go up here. I'll do the highlighter now so you can follow with me, those of you I lost for a moment. Okay, so what do we have? We have our heights here. Those two is the yellow heights. And the orange goes here. Okay, but to get that center line, I had to first get that height. Alright, then I can go back here. That's at 30 degrees. That one is at 30. These are construction lines. Where there's a corner, there must be a line. So here I have a corner, right? There's a line there. Okay, and up. Okay, then our circle at the bottom, so it goes, we've got a straight edge and then there's a circle here. That radius of that circle, the inner diameter is also 40. So it's we have to get a square, which is 40 in all our directions. So this is already 40. Sorry, that's 20 because the total width is 40. So I'm going to get the height there, chip. Going to get the height there. And I'm going to draw my isometric square. So the isometric square, I'll draw that in green for you. It's that, and yes or no? Julle by? Alright, what's the first one? Longest possible line. Second one, from obtuse to center. From obtuse. So all of that's determined. This point, this one, and that one. Coming back to my compass. Double check there. And then the last one is the smaller one. Okay, and that goes straight up. Okay, am I done? Is it clear? What's missing? Is there anything missing? Can you see what's missing? What about here at the back? So there's a line coming down here. Now if this is longer than that, I need to still add that arc there. Okay? So it's this one, it's this corner. Gonna copy that back. Distance is 40. So there's the projected point. I'm going to use the same radius I did here. I'm going to go there. And we just double check that it's just this little arc. Right, and from there it goes up. Duidelijk, eenheid, eindelijk. So here with some confidence, knowing the correct steps, we've absolutely smacked these two models. It's page 3.4, the first drawing and the second drawing, and you know now exactly how to use an auxiliary view to get an hexagon drawn, and you also know how to construct an isometric circle. That I can guarantee you. You know what now? Now it's your turn.